want answers?
I think I'm entitled to.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Hey everyone, it is Zero Dark 30 and I'm blasting back out of the bunker yet again. And folks, we're in desperate times. Desperate times. We've got some great examples to talk about and why you should be prepping harder than ever to make sure you're ready. Now, getting ready, I mean, it can take months, it can take years, but you're already on track. You already see there's problems, and now we're getting some signals, folks. Some very positive signals and some very, very negative signals. Those signals are being given for some important reasons. When things are bad, right, you take action. And when things are good, it's because you've taken action. So I want to start with the negative action. Times are desperate. These are desperate times. Shit has hit the fan. You and I are worried, concerned, and we need to be. And we need to be prepared, and we're getting there if you're not there already. This is what is happening. The country is in distress. The country and the people as individuals, we're all in distress. Whether you admit it or not, whether you're hiding from it or not, whether you like it or not, we're in distress. Fact. Fact check the fuck out of that all you want. Oh yeah, pandemic, distress. Economy, distress. Inflation, distress. War, distress. Social, plenty of distress there. So let's look at how this affects things. The people know there's a problem. The people are unhappy. So the people decide they need to take action. Now, the most grave and serious action would be kicking all the politicians out of office. And the politicians would scream, my God, it's a revolt, it's an insurrection, we can't have that. Right? No, that bullshit. We're not there yet, thankfully. Hopefully we never get there. You know, that's very, very dangerous. But before we get to that situation, the people decide. They're not happy with the politicians, what they're doing to our country. They don't like what's going on. So then they start voting in politicians that they believe are going to fix things, that they'll fix the problems, if not, you know, take some sort of real action. Trump was one such individual that America said, hey, we need to look to somebody who's a little different, who's bold, who loves America, to fix America. You can't look to someone like Joe Biden, who hates America, and the Democrat Party, who hate America, and say, fix America. No, they want a reset, a great reset. They want to change America. So if we keep relying on Democrats, we're going to keep getting more of what we don't want. Destruction across the board, from children to the elderly, right? From our jobs to our foreign policy, even the military. Look what they're doing to it, right? So Trump. People want Trump. Follow me on all this, okay? Right now, the Biden Justice Department is so worried about the people's need for salvation, for help. They're so worried about it that they're now trying to prosecute. They're about to prosecute Trump. Funny how it's all happening right in front of an election. They're trying to make their supporters, the people who hate America, they want them to come out and vote more. Do you see what's happening? This is a bulletless war for America. The anti-Americans are fighting to take over. Just like in a war, one side tries to take over and win. The pro-Americans are fighting, saying, you're not going to take our country. And so it is a political fight. It is one that must be fought, and we all need to engage. But they're trying to prosecute in a bulletless way, right? They're trying to defeat in a bulletless way. They're trying to make go away in a bulletless way, Trump, right? But it's not just Trump. Trump isn't the issue. The issue is freedom and liberty. That is the issue, and that's what the people want, and that's why, folks, they elected Teddy Roosevelt. Over 100 years ago, Teddy Roosevelt. Why Teddy? Because he was strong, he was determined, He was popular, and he wanted to fix the problems. The people wanted him, and he got shot for it. He lived, but he was shot. You see, that's their response. When evil doesn't get its way, when it can't control things, it will kill. It'll kill a president. It'll kill leaders. It'll kill the people even. Communists are deathly afraid of losing their control, and they start killing everybody they can, especially their own people, because their own people are the ones who stand the most chance, the best chance of mending the problems. We know, the people know when there's a problem and we want it fixed. Now, it's not just Trump. Biden has to go after Trump because Trump is the most high up. But the other day I told you about Nikki. Nikki went to Bike Week in Daytona, Florida, and she reported that Governor DeSantis showed up, dressed in civilian clothes, just very calm, right? Showed up and met with the people. And the people at the Bike Week are bikers, right? They're more independent, right? They're a little rougher of a crowd, right? But they're still Americans, very much so. And they're still, I guess, very much Floridians and others. But he addressed them, whether they're from Florida or not. He addressed them as a citizen, as an American, as a Floridian, as a free man. And they responded. Now, there's a news story that came out. Guess what? DeSantis showed up at a Leonard Skinner concert, and the people responded. They went nuts. Now, who goes to a Leonard Skinner concert? You know, people like me, Gen X, right? Gen X, and then the generation older than me. There's kind of like a gap generation. Anyways, right? But I'm sure young people love Leonard Skinner as well, just because the music is so good, right? Sweet Home Alabama. But the people responded to a politician, folks. Now, again, duly noted, and to bring this point up to show the juxtaposition between that and Nancy Pelosi showing up at a concert and getting booed, and other Democrat politicians showing up and getting booed, absolutely booed off the stage. Oh, it happens. It's very frequent now. We're seeing either nobody shows up or they show up at a very popular outing, a music outing in New York City, for example, and the Democrats get booed. People are like, what are you doing here, right? They go to baseball games or sporting events and they get booed. Nobody likes them. They're unpopular. So here we are. We have examples of popular and unpopular. We have examples of public interaction. We have examples of action that's taken. Right? We know that things are not good, folks. Right? We're in desperate times. And there's someone in front of me who may be drunk. They're going from line to line, and he just bumped the center divider. I'll watch him to see if he was just fucking with his phone or if he's drunk off his ass. I think he was just fucking with his phone. Okay. It's important to note, folks, where we are at, right? Shit has hit the fan, and you are here in that spot where the people are actually turning to politicians, people who normally wouldn't give a shit about politics, right? They love the political opposition. They want someone fighting for them for freedom. They see that in Trump. They see it in DeSantis. They see the opposite in Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi. They see the opposite in the vice president. They see the opposite, right? When you start seeing popular characters like Kanye West or Elon Musk stepping up and saying, hey, we've had it with this stuff. We're going to start talking, right? When business leaders say, you know what, we're going to throw a bunch of money at the other party because we don't like where the one in charge is taking us, like Citadel, right? They moved out of Chicago, basically a big F you to Chicago. Then they give money to the Republicans because they see how bad the Democrats are. So the money is rejecting. right? Entertainment stars, they're rejecting the left. And the left isn't going to quit. They're not going to go away. They're not going to give up. They're not going to say, gee whiz, I guess we did it wrong. My bad. Right? No. They will double down. They will become violent. They're already doing it, recommending violence on the street and getting their acolytes and their ding-dongs, right, to react in a very violent and dangerous way. And then say we're the violent ones. That makes them complete and total assholes, folks. That's who the Democrats are. We see what they're doing. Everybody does. The solution? Continue to talk to your politicians, your elected representatives. They are your servants. Tell them what you want your servant to do for you and the people, for the country, to obey their oath, to follow the Constitution, right? To respect our rights, to do their duty. They're already getting paid. They're getting paid well. They have the best health insurance on the planet. They have great retirement. Everything they get for being in Congress should be more than enough compensation. The only thing they're lacking is hearing from us on a consistent, regular basis, telling them we want our country back. We want our rights and liberties respected. Right? When the people, by and large, are cheering on opposition presidents, opposition governors, opposition entertainers, that's who the people see, and they want and expect things to get fixed, not made worse. Right? Don't piss down my back and tell me it's raining. Don't tell me high oil prices is good for me. Don't tell me high inflation is good for me. Don't tell me the economy is in great shape when it's not. Right? That's what the people are sick of. And that's why we, folks, need to be prepared. Godspeed, Semper Fi.